Welcome to Casual Nerd Reactions. We're continuing our journey through the Haunting of Bly Manor with episode 2. This show kicked off with some really intriguing and compelling stories. Certainly the characters and their histories and everything that's led the people to this place is fascinating, but there's also this air of mystery. What's really going on? Who is the man Danny saw? Did the previous au pair really kill herself? Are the children haunted? I don't think the children are haunted. They're certainly strange though. The dolls are unique and not at all scary. No. Not to mention glow face, right? Like the apparition or memory or whatever that Danny is seeing with the glowy eyes. What? Huh? Who? Huh? I don't expect a show to answer every question, but I expect that one, that there's got to be some rich history or backstory there. What's going on? One thing I do love about the show is just like the atmosphere. There's like this, I don't even know how to describe it. Like, I mean, a romantic sadness. I mean, from the very fact that this story is being told to a bride and groom on, I believe, the eve of their wedding, and to a wedding party, that's really interesting. The story told by not Olivia, the same actress who played Olivia. I should probably look up her name. I don't know. I just find it funny. She was very clear this is not her story, but how does she know this story? And why is she telling it 20 years later? I'm intrigued and I'm excited to see where it goes. So let's continue the story and experience this episode for the very first time. The intro with the weird eyes. The weird eye. I don't need any more weird eye stuff. I'm also just kind of fascinated during this because I've been thinking about the show throughout the week. And you know what I didn't really spend much time thinking about? The scary moments or what might scare me next throughout the show. Like I'm much more, certainly this go around compared to when I started The Haunting of Hill House, I'm much more just interested in the story that they're telling us than how they might try to scare us. I'm sure there might be a fright or two throughout this, but the characters and the story is good enough that that's the focus. And I think that's the case throughout the entire Flaniverse.
The housekeeper was no stranger to muddy footprints. A few times a year, it seemed, she started her days with a mop. Always the same path, from the door to the forbidden wing and back again.
So strange.
The door got stuck. And the mess in the hall? It's just a bit of mud.
Well, I forgive you, but I'm afraid I don't believe you.
Valid.
That's the issue.
What? Miles, dude. Do we want to compare their feet to the footprints? Oh no.
Can I have that, please? That was entirely unacceptable, and now you are going to finish mopping.
Ooh.
That's not fair.
I bet they're not used to this kind of punishment. Oh, I like that she turned his words against him.
Now you'll finish mopping, while Flora and I go get her doll back.
I don't like the cellar. It's perfectly dreadful down there.
I bet it is. Cellars are haunted. Whatever adjective she's using, it's perfectly used. No power? Nope. Heck no.
Brothers can be perfectly dreadful sometimes, can't they?
I like that he used her vocabulary.
He really isn't.
You have a fine heart, miss.
Agreed. I think she has a big heart, a caring heart, a protective heart. It's just sitting upright. Heck no. How does it land? Perfectly. Are those bigger, creepier dolls?
Look who I found. What's her name?
She can't remember.
Are you gonna hang it in your room? For protection?
No, I took it down.
Why?
Because it doesn't work.
Miles! Miles?
He's very...
Miles, are you okay?
Flashback to his time at school before he got kicked out, obviously, 6 months ago. Oh yeah, I hope we get to find out exactly what transpired.
I'm afraid Brian Duncan won't be joining us for a bit.
Oh no.
Yes.
Is he ill?
No, Mr. Hooper. Nothing quite so serious. He took a bit of a tumble. He is on the mend and will be back with us shortly. great herd of swine was feeding, and the unclean spirits begged him, send us into the swine. He gave them permission, and the herd rushed down the deep slope into the lake and were drowned there.
Perfect use of scripture to add to the lady in the lake kind of story, but it's interesting.
They needed permission, the demons.
Permission to...
To enter the pigs.
Yes, they did.
Did they need it for the man?
Ooh.
Oh, excellent question, Wingrave. And that actually is the big takeaway here, so thank you for asking that. We are, all of us, free to make our own choices. See, evil exists, and we are tempted, but we're not compelled. So yes, they did need his permission.
I'd be interested to see how that maybe continues to apply throughout the rest of this show. Is there maybe going to be a possession of some kind in this season?
It's not often that a student gets any post on the first day, and judging by the writing on the envelope, I assume it's from you. Very thoughtful of her. I have it waiting for you. Something to make you feel a bit more at home, no doubt. I want you to know that this room is a safe place for questions. No, not just about your studies, about anything you like. John 16:22. It's brief, I promise, but it's helped me on more than one occasion.
I'm sure Miles will rush to open and read it. A lot of other students, I'm confident, would not bother.
So, also, you now indeed have sorrow, but I will see you again, and your heart shall rejoice.
Missed opportunity to have the man painting be the same man who was fixing the clock. Just to mess with us. Fixing the clock from the Haunting of Hill House, of course. If that wasn't clear. You're going too high, I think.
The trouble began as trouble often does.
Ah, our narrator's
with an
back.
accident. Or so it would be called.
It would be called an accident, so what is it? Oh, is he gonna jump?
Wingrave!
He's just gonna let go. No! Calling it an accident is certainly less upsetting.
I'm glad you're all right. Yeah.
So what do you think his intentions were for making that jump? Was he trying to kill himself? Was he just trying to hurt himself?
Why'd you jump? Just looking for the right key. What was that?
The right key.
I didn't jump. I saw you jump. I fell. If you ever need anything,
I mean, he definitely didn't.
I'm here for you, mate.
He didn't really jump so much as let go. This kid seems like a good friend.
For the stack.
What is it, Mr. Baxter?
Okay, Miles and who? What's going on? Dang, Miles is taking this kid with one hand. What? Dude, why? Wait, why is Miles attacking his friend? Oh my gosh. He's trying to find the right key.
Wingrave! Hooper!
Oh my gosh, he was gonna kill him.
Okay, everybody back to class. Now, go, all of you.
Oh, that wasn't the right key. Certainly not the key to a lasting friendship.
Had he wronged you in some way? I want to help you, but I need you to help me to understand this. And not only me, Hooper's parents. They could push for a suspension, and the headmaster will want to mollify them. But I put myself ahead of that. The headmaster and I have already spoken. And I've made it clear that your well-being is my responsibility. We all do terrible things sometimes, but it's that feeling of remorse, that guilt.
No, I don't know. I wouldn't assume he has guilt.
That's what distinguishes us in God's eyes.
I mean, I would hope he
None
has
of us are
guilt.
blameless, except the soul that's not yet conceived and the animals. Like Pidge over there. They're the only innocents.
And it wasn't fair, was it? What Jesus did to the pigs
Oh.
in the demon story.
Death is something to mourn, not fear. And you've had to deal with death far, far more than a child your age should.
Yeah.
They're in a better place.
They're not coming back.
No.
That's not fair either.
Agreed.
It isn't.
Why did the bad ones get to come back? If not them.
Interesting. I don't know what he's referencing specifically. Why do the bad ones get to come back? My initial assumption is Miles is out of bed trying something else to find the key. Probably not a ghost. Father Stack. What do you see? What has happened? You killed Pidge?
Is there anything you'd like to say? I have a mind to expel you, young man. I truly have. But Father Stack...
Ooh.
Well, Father, I'll let you say it.
What you've done, it can't be avoided by not talking about it or by you being sent home.
I don't know. Sending him home doesn't sound horrible.
But remorse, demonstrating remorse, won't make all of this go away. I'm not going to lie to you.
He's yet to demonstrate remorse, so you're giving him that opportunity?
I know that you have been through a lot.
Do not feel sorry for me.
And the weight of all that could cause anyone, to do terrible things, even if they didn't mean to. It could press one, drive one to commit acts that...
We are not compelled.
I at least have to insist on the apology. Speak!
He's like, I will compel you.
I'm sorry.
I know you are, Miles.
Okay,
Sorry, I didn't do worse.
there it is.
Cut off its head. Spread out the insides.
Oh,
Burn it.
sick little kid.
Sorry I didn't do worse.
Father Stack has given him too much credit. Assuming good intent, and I'm all for assuming good intent, but you can't always do that. Because sometimes people have ill intent.
I'm sorry, Father. I needed to find your key. That's all.
What does that mean?
And so, the reason for Miles' expulsion was difficult to pin down. Why he'd done any of these things, no one would understand. Only the letter from Flora, delivered when he arrived, forgotten in the dormitory, would offer a possible clue as to why he tried so hard to be sent home.
He was looking for the key to go home. He wanted to go be with his sister because she needed him. And here we are 6 months later.
I'm finished.
Still, his speech about what he wished he'd done to the bird, pretty sick. Whether he meant it or not, I'll let you decide, but he thought it and said it.
Spick and span. Imagine you learned that.
Boarding school.
Why don't you come teach your sister how to do it? She'll think it's just splendid.
But
Just
Perfectly.
splendid.
Splendid.
How they doing? Perfectly. I could get used to this. You're loving having this wee break.
Suppose. I just don't like seeing them punished, is all.
About the part where they locked her in a closet.
Oh, no, you can't blame them for that.
Ooh, well, you can.
No, you can't give them a pass forever, Hannah. Rebecca coddled them, but this one got them doing hard labour.
Oh, come on now.
What?
It's good that Danny's treating them with normalcy, not letting them get away with stuff. That's good.
Thoughts on the new au pair?
Gossip.
What? It's just Christian concern, Hannah. On a scale of 0 to American, how would you rate her?
I don't know how I feel about that scale.
Do you think she's pretty, Owen?
Jamie,
Oh, she's trying to start stuff.
romances don't fare well at Bly, do they?
We just have to laugh.
I know, but then that's how it starts.
Only advice for you, Hannah. Enjoy your break, ladies.
In the kitchen, there's a crack in the ceiling. Would you mind popping in later to have a look?
Great work, you lot. Keep it up.
Flora.
Whose glasses?
cleaned.
Oh.
Are you cross with me?
Huh. The glowing eyes.
They were like this already.
It's fine.
Yeah. Okay, so whose glasses are they? Were they?
Excuse me a minute.
Yeah, that just... Seeing them like that broke her. She's having a breakdown right now. She just needs to get away.
You all right?
Nope. She much would prefer that no one was around.
Kids?
Nope.
When you're ragged, so I prefer plants. Easy to get along with.
Fair.
And I find if I don't like one looks at me kind of funny. I cry 3, maybe 4 times a day around here. I also think I keep all these plants watered. With my
She's funny.
endless well of deep, inconsolable tears. So it got me the job in the first place.
Saves a lot on the water bill, I guess.
You're doing great.
Aw,
Thank you.
so encouraging.
Anytime. Chin up, Poppins.
Well, I bet you called her Poppins.
Heading back to the garden. I have a few more weeds to pull.
Really?
Have a lovely afternoon, Jamie, darling.
He says things and it's just like what? Who is this kid, man? Gmola. I said Gmola. I don't know why. Holy crap, that was the loud noise. That's what made me jump. I didn't even see glowy glasses. That wasn't there because she wasn't looking, right?
To have a word?
Yeah, sure thing.
In private.
Can't wait to see what he has to say.
Winggrave residence.
Why is he walking backwards? Who keeps calling?
Hello?
They never have anything to say.
I'd like to apologise for locking you in the wardrobe closet, for the mess in the hall, but most importantly for being such a child about it.
You are still a child. No. Possibly sweet jester. My gut says no. No, don't come closer. What is he doing?
I think Flora just misses Miss Jessel terribly. So we play little games to keep her from feeling sad. It's such a draining thing. Dealing with children.
Does he... Oh, he might be possessed. Is he possessed? Compulsion? Maybe that's why he was asking about such a thing. Or maybe it was just like a little foreshadowing clue into the audience. Because there's something weird with him. Like his behavior's odd at best.
I'm gonna kill him. I swear to God.
No, hey, just a few flowers.
Oh, sure. Well, that's fine then. A little boy cut a few flowers. What's the big...
They weren't ready to be cut.
Look, I have a way of doing things, and I don't like people messing about in my garden.
No, you're right. I'll talk to him.
Look, could we just go back to the bit where you were acting mental and I had to talk you down?
No, we needed to reverse it for, I don't know, fun. It's just good to know that everyone has issues.
I've got a little surprise set up for the kiddos if you want to join.
I do. What is it?
No, I couldn't. I haven't been sleeping very well. I think I'll turn in for the night.
We can play a game.
Okay.
Any game you like.
We'll be back in our beds before too long, right? Can't be out of our rooms too late. Hide and seek.
Okay, hide and seek, sure.
I want to say this is a great idea, but I am hesitant because sometimes people might hide in a place that's creepy and it's night and strange stuff happens. Just don't hide in the cellar. Oh, the attic's not any better. You couldn't have picked Simon Says. Who dat? I didn't recognize them.
You aren't down here, are you? This wing is off limits, game or not.
It's a nice picture. Interesting that basically like the sound of a music box. Definitely playing with like the childlike fears. Music box, dolls, potentially possessed kid, could be a red herring. What is that? What? Excuse me? Wait. Excuse me. No, there's... What? What's behind Flora? Who's behind Flora? Is this Rachel's music box? What? I need to reassure him that were her eyes all messed up. Why? Who is that? Why does Flora see it and just shush her as if it's a normal thing?
Jesus, Miles.
Miles, you...
I'm supposed to be looking for you, and this wing...
Little
I'm
punk.
going to start counting, and it'll be your time to run and hide.
Ease up.
Punch him. Like, get him off. Oh, I mean, don't punch him. I guess that's the wrong choice. But, like, we've seen him kill things before. This game was a mistake. But it gave us a little potential insight into our little friend Flora. She sees one strange ghost thing. Does she see more? Wait. Is that the same man that was on outside on like the balcony area? And is that the actor who plays Luke? And is it the same guy with the glasses? Or no? She was really freaked out by that. Is it a ghost or a real person? Basically, I have all the questions. And I'm
gonna call the
there you go.
police!
Say it out loud. Enjoying the heck out of it, whatever it is.
I don't feel so good.
Oh my gosh, wait.
Hey, it's okay. You're okay.
What the frig?
He's awake. He's awake.
He sees them
He's
too.
awake.
Don't pretend. That's weird little smile. Oh, okay. Just kind of ended there with all the big, well, I don't really know. The big what the heck is going on? I'm struggling to formulate words and thoughts right now. This was a very interesting episode. I did enjoy the backstory with... Sorry, I'm a little freaked out. I enjoyed the backstory with Miles, seeing him at school, seeing the exchange with his teacher about the pigs, and his specific question of not only did they need permission to enter the pigs, but would a demon need permission to enter a human, to enter a person? And the answer was yes, you would have to give permission, right? Like we can't be compelled. And so, okay, let's say if Miles is possessed, does that mean he gave a demon permission to possess him? Someone else gave permission for the demon to possess him? Or, joke's on you, demon didn't need position. Why do I keep saying position? Permission. I can talk. I swear I can. Most days. Some days at least. Maybe he's not possessed and it's just a little bit of a weird red herring. I don't know. I do know his behavior is weird. You could say his behavior at school he was just trying to find the key to get kicked out so that he could go be with his sister. Maybe that's all it is. Maybe don't read any more into it. Or maybe it was just really freaking weird. I mean, the stuff he said about what he wished he'd done to the bird. It worked. It seems to be that's what got him kicked out. Certainly the lack of remorse. I was getting a little annoyed with Father Stacks there because he kept projecting a remorseful guilt attitude into Miles, which wasn't there. I didn't see any sign that he actually regretted any of the choices or decisions that he made. And Father Stacks is just acting as if this kid was full of remorse, and certainly he's full of sadness, but he didn't seem sorry or seem to acknowledge any amount of guilt. And that's scary all on its own. Add to it his weird behavior, not just with Danny. He said something weird to Jamie as well, but especially to Danny. Don't know what to make of it, but I'm entertained. Flora finding those glasses were very, very interesting. I never really identified. I mean, to me, the glowing eyes, they look like he was wearing goggles or something. But yeah, they could have been those glasses, and obviously that's what they were. And so I am curious to see what that story might be. She really broke down when she saw it, and she couldn't keep herself together. I was proud of her for. She recognized Flora wasn't going to just leave, so she removed herself from the situation. She thought she was by herself, but of course, Jamie basically lives. I think her name is Jamie anyway. I said it earlier, and I'm pretty sure. But Jamie basically lives outside, and so she stumbled upon her, and she was very funny. We didn't see a lot of her in the first episode, but she was very funny and engaging, and she did a great job helping in that situation. I did think her reaction to to Miles taking the flowers was a bit much, but I don't garden. I don't grow things. And so I imagine if I invested a lot of time and energy into growing beautiful plants, I maybe would feel a bit more impassioned about making sure that if they're going to be picked, that they're picked at the right time. I'm trying to kind of give her the benefit of the doubt that maybe while it was a strong reaction, maybe it was well reasoned. I don't know. My initial thought is, why are you freaking out about flowers? But she pulled herself back a little bit, and Danny gave her some validation for her feelings, so that was cool. Now I do not understand why Danny thought it was a good idea. I like the idea of playing a game, but playing hide and seek in the dark, that was the wrong move, and it did raise all the questions. I'm sorry, Flora must see ghosts on the regular, yeah? That's my assumption. Flora didn't seem bothered at all by the weird humming woman in the attic. And that concerns me greatly. was trying to think. I'm just wondering if there must be some correlation, right, between the dolls and what she sees. Maybe, I don't know. I want to kind of like go back through this and look more closely at some of the dolls that she's had, and maybe if there's some connections or some parallels there that I can make when I go to edit this. Then there's the man that Danny has seen a couple of times now, and that's potentially scary or unnerving, assuming it's an apparition and not a real man. The scariest thing, and Miles saw him too, and that's kind of terrifying. But the scariest thing is Miles is when he like grabbed her and choked her. Just his overall behavior is escalating. It's getting weirder, and it's raising all of the what's going on. But like I want everyone to be okay, and I obviously think that like everyone's not going to just be okay. This is a horror show at its core. Interesting characters, engaging story, lots of questions, and I'm rooting for all of the characters, and I want everyone to be okay, especially the children. But right now, that might just be an unrealistic expectation for a horror show. Maybe we got off easy with The Haunting of Hill House because at the end, things were more or less okay-ish. I would love for that to always be the outcome, although clearly that can't always be the outcome. Anyway, I can't wait to see what comes next. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.